Hi everyone, my name is Andy and welcome to All the Lonely Meeples. On this channel, I share solo playthroughs of various board games, including tutorials on how to play. As always, if you like this video, hit that subscribe button down below. Today's video features Cascadia, a 1 to 4 player game published by AEG and Flatout Games and designed by Randy Flynn. If you're ready, let's jump right in. Welcome to the table. In front of me I have the components for Cascadia. I want to briefly highlight each one and then we will get ready for the rules teach. Over here I have the stack of habitat tiles with 4 of them face up. We have our scoring cards. There's 4 different types of scoring cards for each animal, but we'll be using 1 for each in the game. We have the red-tailed hawk, the red fox, the grizzly bear, the Roosevelt elk, and the Chinook salmon. For each animal there is a corresponding token that we'll put in this bag that we'll draw from throughout the game. There are nature tokens that we can earn during the game by doing a certain action, and then we have our 5 starting tiles. If you'd rather do scoring a different way, we have a family variant, and it comes with an intermediate variant as well. To set up for a solo playthrough of Cascadia, you'll need a starting tile. You can choose one of the 5 and place that in front of you. You'll need to choose a scoring card for each of the animals in the game. I've decided to go with the A scoring cards. And then you'll need to remove 42 of the tiles and put them back in the box. I have all of mine here, and flip over 4 of them to make your drafting row. And to finish setup, you're going to take your bag and randomly select 4 tiles. Have your nature tokens handy off to the side and the bag. To play Cascadia, we are going to be drafting tile and token combinations from this row to expand our 5 habitats and score the most points based on these scoring cards here. So to do that, the first thing you're going to do is choose one of the 4 tile and token combinations, take both, and place them into your area, your playing area. Couple rules about placement is that you're not allowed to place on top of other tiles, and you're not allowed to place at the corners like that. Other than that, you can place your tile to match the terrain around it, or if you'd rather not, you can place it on the edge here, anywhere along these edges. They do not have to match. You most likely will want to match the terrain, the habitats, as that will score you more points for the largest group of each habitat. When I place, I'm going to take the corresponding token and I'm going to place it on any of the tiles that have that token showing. For instance, this tile has a salmon, an elk, and a hawk, and that tile can only take those 3. It can't take a bear or a fox. So if I wanted to, I could place this token right here. Now let me get set up for later in the game to show you scoring. Here I have a mid-game setup. I've drawn 11 tiles and placed them along with 11 tokens. And I want to give you an idea of what the scoring is like and how it looks on the board. For my hawks, this hawk card says score for each hawk that is not adjacent to any other hawk. So simply put, I want the hawks to be away from each other. I have 2 hawks that are not next to each other. That's going to give me 5 points right now if I don't add any more. The red foxes, they're going to score for each fox the number of unique animals around them, including foxes. So I want to put these foxes in the middle of as many different types of animals as I can. Right now I have a bear, a hawk, and a salmon around this fox. 3 is going to get me 3 points. For this fox, I've got 3 elk here. That doesn't help me at all. But I have an elk and a hawk for 2 points. For the bears, they're going to score for the number of pairs with no other bears next to them. Right now I have a pair of bears, 1 pair, and that's going to get me 4 points. If I could manage to put a pair of bears elsewhere, that would get me 11 points. And if I can get 4 or more, now the points are getting pretty high. The elks want to be scored in straight lines, and if I had them crisscrossing each other, your elk only scores for a single line. So right now I have a line of 2 for 5 points and a line of 1 for 2 points. And then finally the salmon want to be in runs per salmon, they may not be adjacent to each other. So, but they can, as the card shows, they can zigzag a little bit and move, but they can't be next to each other and form clumps. Right now I have 2 salmon next to each other, and that's 5 points. Additionally, anytime you take a token and place it on top of a tile that has this nature token symbol, you will take a nature token and set it off to the side. The reason these are important is as I continue to collect nature tokens, I can bend the rules of the game. I can, before I draft, if I like, I can spend a nature token and take a tile and a token that are not with each other. So if I wanted to, I could take this fox and this tile, and I could place it right on top and get my nature token back. Okay. Likewise, I could spend a nature token and wipe as many of the tokens as I want to get new ones out. I'll tell you, anytime that there are 3 of the same type of animal in the array, I have a choice. I can take these 3 and replenish them with hopefully new animals. If you do have all of the same type of animal, they get wiped automatically. Finally, at the end of each of your turns, after I've taken a tile and the corresponding token and placed, I'm going to take the rightmost tile and the rightmost token from the stacks. I'm going to get rid of them. That simulates the second player. And then you'll replenish. Likewise, if I were to use a nature token to take a different combination, let's say I take this one and this one. Okay, place and place. I'm still going to take the rightmost token and the rightmost tile and slide everything down. So now, whereas this tile was on this token, they're going to slide down to there, which may change up my strategy in future plays. Now that we've got the basic idea of how to play, let's do a playthrough. Everything has been reset. I'm going to put out 4 tokens at random. We have a salmon, an elk, a hawk, and another elk. And let's start our solo playthrough of Cascadia. So my options, I really like completing the hawk scoring card early. So I think I'm going to take these 2. I'm going to place my hawk. Actually, I'm going to place this over here. Keep my hawk separated. Place my hawk on top of the special tile that gives me a nature token. These 2 are going to go away. Everything slides down. And here we go. 2 more tokens. Got a bear, another hawk. I like the hawk because I could start getting those points. I like that I have 2 salmon here. I might go that route. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stick with what I was doing before. Take this. I want to place my hawk here to get me some hawk points. And let's extend the forest here. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to take these, the last token and tile. As I mentioned earlier, I'll also get points. You get points for the largest section of each habitat. So right now I have 1 point for the wetlands, 1 for the prairies, 2 for the mountains, 2 for the forest, 1 for the river. And so I'd like to see those higher. I believe in the rules for solo, if I have any that are 7 or more, you get an extra bonus 2 points. I kind of like the idea of starting my salmon runs because if I can get 7 or more, that's 25 points. And I don't see any hawks out there right now. So let's do that. I'm going to take this tile and place the, excuse me, I'm going to place the tile right there. I'm going to start my salmon. Start right there. I'm putting it right here because I know there's a hawk there, but I want hawks that are not adjacent to other hawks, so I'm not going to put one there anyway. So there's a salmon. Always refilling. At the end of the game, this nature token and the others I have, well, we're going to be 1 point apiece. Excuse me. If I want to, I can use it to choose a token and a tile that are not next to each other. I don't think I want to use that right now. I like the idea of continuing with salmon. So let's, am I okay with losing a bear? I think I am right now. So I'm going to take this bear the bear tile, and I'm going to continue the river. I'll put it right there because I'd like to be able to put salmon maybe in this spot here, and put the salmon right there. This game moves pretty quickly, especially a solo play. But I played this 2 players, 3 and 4, and it moves pretty quickly. Okay, I've got another. I love when the tokens match one of the animals on the tiles. It makes for an easy decision. And since this has a mountain and a hawk, and it has a hawk token, I'm going to take it. I think that's an easy choice right now. And I'm going to go ahead and place the hawk on there. Now it's important to know that if I take a token and there are no spots available on my board to place that token, I lose the token. It has to be discarded. So I'm going to try not to do that. Okay. Ooh. So I have 3 foxes here. If I'd like, I can wipe those foxes out and wipe them out, discard them back into the bag, and then draw 3 more. I think I'm going to do that because foxes, in my opinion, foxes are the hardest to do. I'm not a fan of them, but my only fox spot on my board is right now surrounded by 3 hawks, so it's not going to get me too many points. So I'm going to go ahead and take those 3, put them back in the bag, and draw 3 more. Okay. I think I'm going to take this tile and token because it has a matching salmon, and it continues my river and my salmon. So right now I'm at 3 salmon for 8 points, and I have 3 hawks that are not adjacent to any other hawks. So right now my score is 16. I do need to start thinking about at least 1 pair of bears, maybe 2 if I can, and the elk. I'm never quite good with elk. I did, however, lose that hawk. I forgot about it. I've got another one up here. Put some tokens out. Okay. So maybe I just play, I could use my, excuse me, I could use my nature token to take this hawk and this tile, or I could do the same with one of the salmon. When my wife and I play this, we call them Chinooks. It's a Chinook salmon, but if you're here, I'll call them salmon. What to do? I think since I'm playing, let's see, 3 hawks to 4 is 11, or a 3-point difference, but 4 salmon is 5-point difference. Or 4-point difference, sorry. 3-point and 4 points. So I think I'm going to take the salmon, and let's spend my nature token. I'm going to take this tile, and I'm going to take this one, so that this one will stay. And I will place this, let's place it right here. Okay, so now I've got my 4. And again, this card, it doesn't have to be in a straight line. They just, salmon cannot be adjacent to each other. The run cannot be adjacent to each other. So if you see in here, there's a bunch of X's on where salmon can't go. So right now, I could do a complete circle. I'm going to try to move it out a little bit. So this one is going to go away. I'm going to lose the first token, and now these are going to pair up. And that actually works pretty well because there's an elk on that elk tile with the token. Okay. Okay, I would love to pull a hawk there, but that did not happen. Okay, I really like the idea of doing this, not for the bear, but continuing the salmon. And I can put a bear token on my bear tile right here to get myself another nature token. So I'm going to do that. We're going to say goodbye to that elk. Hopefully more will come up. And we will continue. So if I can't put it here, if I put this here, it's adjacent to the run, so I can't do that. But I can go right here. And I'll put that bear token on the bear tile, take a nature token. And what I'm hoping for is another salmon, and then continuing to draw these out. If I complete the line, I'm gonna be stuck with 6, and I'd like to try for 7. 6 isn't bad. I'd like to try for 7. My experience, it's 2 of the same tile. Okay, got some elk. Ooh, that's hard to pass up. And I think I really like this tile with got a nature token, and it already has a hawk on it. And I have the perfect place for it, so I'm going to take it. I'm actually going to place it out here and place the hawk. So now I have 4 hawks that are not adjacent to any other hawk, and that's going to get me 11 points. I do take another nature token. It gives me a little more flexibility as we continue on. I'm going to lose one of these salmon, the end tile and token, and it goes over. Like I said before, it moves pretty quickly. Okay, so I have 3 elk. And I think I'm okay with that because I have an elk right here that I could start using in a line. I need to decide, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this tile with the single hawk with the elk. I'm going to place the elk, let me place this tile right here. Ooh, that's going to mess up I'll place it over here. If I place this tile over here, it's going to mess up my ability to get a pair of bears, because I really want to use this tile, not for the bear, but for the salmon. And so I'm going to place this right over here. And this elk token is going to go onto the elk tile. It's going to get me another nature token. I think I'm doing pretty well so far. We'll see. I don't want to speak too soon. So it is 20 tiles per player. So we're technically playing with 40 tiles plus an extra 3. And so the end of the game will be triggered when there are 3 tiles left. Oh, let me get 2 more tokens here. Okay. I haven't done anything with the prairies yet, and I probably need to extend those out, because right now my prairies are getting me 1 point because I only have 2 that are size 1, so that's going to be 1 point. Just to take notice of my river, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles. I'd like to get 1 more because I believe, I'll have to double check, I think it's 7 or more, you get an extra 2 points. My forest is 2. My wetlands are just 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the mountains. And that's kind of hard to pass up to get an extra nature token, because these are also points at the end of the game if I don't use them. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to hold off on the elk, and I'm going to take this tile. I love matching tiles with the token, as it has a hawk on it. I'm going to place it right here. I'm okay with cutting off that mountain because I have my large mountain range over here. But I'm going to place the hawk on this token, or this tile, which gives me another nature token. Again, if at any time there are 4 of the same animal token, you do not have a choice. You have to take them all away. All right. Okay, I do also need to think about, my bears and my fox. Normally I play with just trying to get one good fox in there. I believe all the scoring cards on foxes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a low scoring card, but it can be crucial for high point games. So I think what I'm going to do, I really want to get a bear. I am going to spin a nature token, and I'm going to take this bear tile, and if I do that, my elk is going to go away. That's okay. I'm gonna let that elk go because it's the farthest tile that will be taken. But I'm going to take this bear token. I'm going to go ahead and cut off my river on this side. It's pretty open over here, but I'm going to place this right there, and I'm going to get my nature token back. And that's one thing I love about this game is spinning a nature token, placing a token on top of a tile to gain that nature token back. And now I have my first pair of bears, so I'd like to try and get another pair somewhere else. So this token goes away, it's the farthest right. This tile goes away, and now they all slide down. Okay, we have a lot of wetlands. Okay. So just taking stock, here is my starting tile. So I've taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Taken 12. So I have 8 more turns of taking tiles. 8 more tiles. I don't see any salmon out there. I do see a fox. Where would I be able to put the fox that makes the most sense? I could place it here. If I put this here, I could face it to try and help I could probably connect my forest that way. And then right now I have 2 different types of animals around this fox. If I could put a salmon right here, that would be nice. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to place the fox right here. So right now this fox is scoring me 2 points because I have a hawk and an elk, and it wants a number of unique adjacent animals. So it's going to go away. Okay. I love the hawk cards. I would love to see a hawk on this first draw. Oh, it's a salmon though. Okay. So not unfortunately, I have a salmon right there. I was about to say that there are no salmon on my board, but I've been keeping this one. That's how easy I've forgotten. I think what I want to do is, since this salmon is going to stay for a while, I think I am going to use a nature token, I'm going to spend it, and I would really like to take these 2. So I'm going to take this tile and this token, and I'm going to go for more points. And right now for the hawks, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hawks. So I'm going to do my 6th. Now the problem with this one is if I put it here and place a hawk, it's not adjacent, so it won't count. And that will actually hurt me. So I would love to put it here to connect more of my wetlands, but that will have to be the next turn. I'm going to place it right here. And it does have a nature token symbol on it. So I will take that nature token back. And this is going to go away, and the elk is going to go away. I'm going over. Okay. First one. Okay. This tile with the bear would really help in continuing my forest. That would be really nice. And it has a salmon. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just looking at the other options. I have another salmon, forest and river. Nope, I think I'm going to do this. I take the bear. I'll place that in a second. I'm going to place this right here to continue my salmon run. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right now it's getting me 16 points. I would love to get to 7. And luckily this one is not going away yet. I just have to decide, do I want to put this here or here? And I think I'm going to place it right here. I can always run the salmon this way, or even out. I'll place that right here, and this would be good if I could get a bear there, which I could possibly next round to start my next set of bears. Scooching over. I am going to lose that salmon next turn, so I want to remember that. Okay, I have another salmon. That's good. I could take this tile and start connecting my wetlands up here. I need to do something with my elk. There is an elk here and another hawk, which is nice. But right now, I would have to forfeit this habitat to be able to get the points for the hawk, and I think that's pretty good. That would be a good. I think that'd be a good play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 7. That's a good jump there. It's 4 points. Minus, other than the 1 point that I would be missing out on. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I already have 7 tiles, so I'm pretty sure I get the +2. I'll check the rule book later. Ooh, got some options. I could also put a bear here. I think what I'm going to do, though, let me just see this tile. Yes, I'm going to do that. So I'm actually going to spend a nature token. I'm going to take this tile right here, and I'm going to take this bear. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to finally connect my forests together. And so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to I don't want to place my bear here, as it will break up it'll mess up my pair. So I'm going to place it right here and get my token back. I really love that combo, using a nature token to get it back. And so these go away. Okay. So we still have this tile. I could use another nature token and go up to 7 hawks. Is there a way I can get that salmon? There is. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's the same amount of points, but it gets me closer to that 5-point bump. And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend my nature token, and I'm going to take these 2 tiles. This tile and this token, and I'm going to extend out my forest. I think my forest is at 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then these 2 are going to go away. Oh, and that means the hawk ended up on that same tile. So just to recap, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I believe I have 3 more tiles to choose. Let me get these tokens out. Let's see what. Okay, I did place one fox, and I forgot that now I have 3 different types of animals around my fox. That's going to give me 3 points. If I took a fox and placed it here, that wouldn't be a bad idea, because I have another 3 points there. But is there anywhere I can get a better points? I think. What I don't know if I'm going to be extending this this prairie out. I think in a lot of games 1 or 2 habitats go unnoticed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I would like to get another mountain. I don't have anywhere to place that bird, the hawk, so I might forego that hawk. Or do I have to? I'm going to, I haven't spent a whole lot of time thinking this move through. I think I want to spend a nature token. And I'd like to take this tile, as that, I believe, gives me 7 mountain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I want to take this. Ooh, actually, it's both 3 points, and that's going to be a fox no matter what. I'm going to go ahead and take this elk here and start my line for my 2 for 5 points. I'd like to get one more. That'd be awesome. Like most games, it's hard to do everything. All right. Okay. Ooh, foxes and bears. That actually works pretty well because I would love to get one more salmon. I'm going to, I think I'm going to just take, ooh, I could extend my salmon one more because I have to have the tile too. You know what, we're going to take this tile and this, oh no, I'm not going to do that. Sorry, let me take that back. Because I would like the bear. So, you know what, 6 salmon is okay. It's 20 points. I'm gonna go with this tile right here. Oop. I'm going to, it doesn't necessarily matter where it goes, but I'm gonna put it right here. Only, instead of here, only because I might be able to put a different animal right here to get the fox. I could put another fox there for another point. We'll see. Don't want to rule anything out. Okay, 2 foxes. Okay, and I believe this is my last turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I'd actually love there to be 3 foxes so I could... Ooh, never mind. Let's see. This, I think, is a no-brainer because it is the combo that I would like with the salmon. This would be, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is 7. 18 and 22 is 4 points. This is a 5-point jump, so I think that's the best move. I wish, nope, I can actually, I was gonna say I wish I could complete or add more to my river, but I can do that right there. Okay, this goes away and 3 tiles are left. Okay, let me clean some things up and we'll do scoring. I've cleaned everything up except for the wildlife and the habitats here. So let's get to scoring. This game comes with a really nice scoring guide. It has at the top name and all of your wildlife scoring based on the cards, all of your habitat scoring, depending on how many you have of each, and then your nature token scoring, and at the end, your total. So let's start to score. So I am Andy. So looking at the bear first, the bears wanted pairs, and so I actually have 2 pairs of bears for 11 points. Okay, we'll just move that up to the side. The elk wants per straight line of elks, so I have 1 straight line of 2 for 5 points. I normally don't do very well with elks and foxes. All right, the next is the salmon. I am very proud. I think, didn't I get 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a run. So 7 is 25 points. Oops. Okay. The hawks, I ended up with 1. So the hawks were scoring for each hawk that's not adjacent to another hawk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gets me 18 points. And then finally the red fox, I ended up with 1. I didn't put 1 over there. 1 fox next to 3 different animals. This other hawk doesn't count. It's the same as the other one, so 3 points. Okay. And before I do that total there, let's go ahead and go to our habitats. And I did check the solo rules. It does say 2-point bonus for each habitat with a group size of 7 or more. If it was going to be 8 or more, that was going to be sad. So we start with the mountains. I have, and it's for the largest group of adjacent tiles in the habitat. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then it says a plus down here, if you can see that little plus. So I will receive the +2. That bonus changes depending on player size. The forest, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with the +2 bonus. Those are going to help. The sad part is I never actually extended my my prairies out, so that is 1 point with no bonus. That's going to hurt a little bit. My wetlands, I got kind of close, 2 tiles away possibly of extending up to this one, so I have 1, 2, 3. And then my rivers, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 +2. And then I have 2 unspent nature tokens. Give me 1 second while I calculate, and I'll be right back. All right, the off-screen math on my phone is complete, and my total score, 95. So if we look, I got 62 points for my wildlife and 33 points for my habitats. I think I had 3 habitats scoring bonus points, so that was an extra 6 points. And then 2 leftover nature tokens, score of 95. And in the very back of the book, there is a, when you look at solo mode, tells you how to discard tokens and tiles. 90 plus is excellent. 100 plus is elite. I've never scored above 110 for ascended with 2 exclamation points. Man, I want those 2 exclamation points. Everything has 60 plus is a good start, 70 plus you're getting it, 80 plus is very good, then 90 plus is excellent, elite, and ascended. So I like the exclamation point, it makes me feel accomplished. So this was 95 for an excellent solo game, and that is Cascadia. Thank you for joining me at the table for a solo playthrough of Cascadia. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking it and hitting that subscribe button down below. Thank you again, and I hope you'll join me for my next video.